For Harley here, honestly, looking at the Claude and the Eve, I'm scared for Twisted Minds. I think ONIC PH drafted the first phase very well. They can be aggressive. How Lansu will handle the EXP lane to try and control Ryota from being able to rotate and have his presence felt, that's going to be one of the things I'm going to be looking out for. But if it becomes one of these games where ONIC are controlling and Twisted Minds are just trying to survive to set up for this Claude, it's not going to go well for Twisted.
I love this Kalia pick from ONIC, just to roll it back while we're waiting for these bans.
Yeah.
Brusco played a mean Kalia in her opening days being available for competitive play. In Mobile Masters, where Savero made his debut, they were on opposite sides of the field.
And now, they're teammates.
And he's playing the same hero a year later.
Yeah. It's, you know, I love that. I love that about the storylines of where we are. Yeah. Where we are in the competitive scene for MLBB.
So rich.
And that's why I think the fact that we have our first import here in the MPL Philippines is also, like Womi said earlier on our panel, this is a historic moment. Because again, just the stories between these players alone on ONIC, it's pretty crazy to think about how far they've come, where they are now, and I think at the same time, how do you pick a gold laner for Savero in this kind of first 3 pick for ONIC already?
Moskov.
Yeah, Moskov. We saw the Moskov Claude trade, the relationship of that matchup. Honestly, if I'm ONIC, this might be a little bit gila, a little bit crazy. Give him an old favorite. I hate to see it in this current metagame, but if he's comfortable with it, give him an Arathel. You already have the strong damage coming in from the Yuzhong and Harley like to burst. Yeah. I know it's a crazy idea, but you also need to make it easy for him to run away from the Phoveus. If ever they get trapped within the real world manipulation, for him to just jump out with a heavy crossbow and then be able to find a good flank angle.
Yeah, them these heroes. Arathel, Harith, 1-1. But the Phoveus kind of blocks out that last pick.
So YSS, we're seeing most likely this
there he is. Oh my god, here he is!
Finally!
A Leo board with the Marcel.
Joseph, I'm sorry to derail your previous question, but Yi Sun-shin is safe, and it's the opposite completely of what we're seeing now. This is...
That works out. That works out. You get Marcel to just keep getting vision.
And twist.
Yeah.
My mind is twisted.
Yeah, I wonder if ONIC Philippines expected this. Maybe, could that be one of the reasons why they decided to pick up YSS 4? And then the Harley they also picked up at 3? I mean, I know how strong the Harley is with the burst because the Eve is there. But I wonder if there was a line of thinking where they was like, you know what, maybe the Harley could also come in as a potential way to threat the Marcel. Burn him down real quick, force him to use his own
from outside. Because when the Marcel's about to die, the response is the golden hour. But
what's Savero play?
Savero is playing the YSS. That's what I was saying earlier before the Marcel was picked.
Oh, yeah,
we're seeing the YSS go. Yeah.
Oh, it's the
That's
YSS
why I was saying YSS is going in the gold, which can work.
Wait, no. There was another swerve at the time, mid lane Harley.
Yeah.
Because we did not see the Zetian just yet, but...
Whoa! ONIC has got some fresh ideas for us. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out. There's a lot of X factors I'm not familiar with, so let's see if I can just explain it as it goes.
Is this Kevin Reyes' contributions? Is the comeback king joining ONIC with his stint fresh from Geekfam ID, introducing these Gila concepts? Look at this!
Like, when are you going to see this lineup?
I've never seen Hayes do anything like this.
Gold lane Yeesh. Oh my god.
This was a thing for like 2 weeks last year.
Yeah.
Up against the Claw. Yeah, there was like a little bit of time.
There was a little bit.
Just a little bit of gold lane YSS when we were still trying to see, is it fighters? Can we actually pull out some crazier picks in the gold lane?
Like a fling.
Yeah.
Fling or not, we're going to go ahead and go into this one. Land of Dawn here between this historic match right now. Savero alongside the Super Fam ONIC Philippines versus Twisted Minds. And Al against him. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the YSS in the gold lane.
Gentlemen, note the aggressive use of Purify.
Yeah, and he also started by taking the Beetle up top. So that's his first thing. Before the waves came out, he went straight for the Beetle. Huh. Interesting. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Okay, he just went there. He just hasn't spawned yet. Okay.
Checked it.
All right, I was just losing it a bit.
All right, King Kong and Brusco bearing down on the small camp away from MP the King. They successfully get it, but look, MP is just self-sustaining. He's like, all right, I'll do it myself. I'll take yours in return.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Severo might get the gank here.
Kaloy coming in. Gets a good freeze on both Brusco and Prince. He's fine.
Okay, for those that might not know, and why we spent so much time today alone from last series until now talking about Marcel. If you haven't played it against him yet, just for those that don't know, Marcel is he's basically overpowered. Like, he's so strong. And then we talked about too how the Leomord was great against him, but now you have it on the same team. Is this still a massive threat against ONIC, or does this lineup, this draft, kind of alleviate some of that strength that Marcel has?
Again, it's one of those scenarios where I'm like, the gears in my head are trying to turn as fast as they can right now. There's so many unfamiliar pieces together that I'm thinking about. So I think we'll see a little bit more of it as it goes on.
It's 4D chess. There's a nice freeze onto Brusco. The passive on Kaloy coming through as well. The tracking shot, upping his movement speed to, again, effectively track targets. Now he jumps into Ryota and Brusco. There's MP the King with a Venom Steed slashing through Brusco. Didn't even get the heal, using that flicker defensively. And now Ryota pushing back 3 members of Twisted Minds. Sean checking in, holding on to the RWM.
Yeah, MP the King brought low, but I don't think ONIC can go straight for the turtle. Have to go through the purple buff first. Let's see if after this purple buff they'll go there, and where MP the King will go. After this green camp, is he going to try to position for turtle, or will they just give that up and go to their own purple buff instead?
Yeah, so
purple it is.
Yeah, purple taken. No deaths there. But so this is one of the things that Marcel does, and he doesn't have the ultimate yet. He doesn't have that golden hour just yet, but still a threat with being able to go ahead and snap some of these people. But King Kong secures the turtle. They'll keep it clean and calm right now. First objective secured.
Uh-oh, Owl catches a face full of Mountain Shocker. Had to get on out of there. Did not need to use the Purify, but a close call across the map. ONIC are getting what they want.
Yeah, it seems like in the trades, the moment Severo lands the Mountain Shocker and the stun first, that's already going to be an advantage for him, making it hard for Owl to decide whether or not he's going to be committing it. So after he took all of that damage from Severo, he decided to BMI out instead. So let's see if Severo's going to keep using his ultimate just in lane to try and keep forcing Owl back.
Could. I mean, right now he's got a little bit of an advantage, as you can see there with the gold in the gold lane. Across him is 200 gold ahead. Went to the rush with that Hunter Strike too.
Which in hindsight is still very strong out of the gold lane. Name another gold laner who has an ult that affects the map entirely on a single press. Even SOD doesn't do that. You have to aim SOD. And you have to do something with it. Oh, there it is, another Mount Shocker. King Kong drops the deadly magics. Owl bites it underneath tier 1. First blood
Clean.
for the super fam.
Clean gank from those two. That could not have gone any better. And it seems like because of Owl prioritizing the Warrior Boots first, that's him acknowledging that in lane to lane, it's better for the YSS. He will have the damage advantage. Severo decided to go for pure damage item. Owl immediately thought, this is going to hurt. I have to go defensive first.
And that's going to hurt too, because that's a whole lot of extra gold now in the hands of Severo, even though he was already a couple hundred gold ahead. And like you guys were mentioning, having that Mountain Shocker also secures you that move, that play with the Deadly Magic with the Harley to set things up.
Dynamic Slam finds him. Golden Hour, the answer. Kaloy moving around, trying to cancel Brusco's initiation. It's successful, but still, Twisted Minds on the back, but Sean forced to flicker out.
Defensive Golden Hour, and yeah, you see the moment it goes up and there are members of both teams outside of the Golden Hour, they're essentially just waiting.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's a waiting game when it's used. And second turtle up, control right now for ONIC. Let's see if Twisted does.
Here we go, Black Dragon form plus the Phantom Steed. Big trade in the Turtle Pit. Lansu steals it away with an Infernal Pursuit. And just like that, Turtle 2 goes over to Twisted.
All right, Twisted somehow ends up securing that. Lansu gets that, but you can still see that if they go full force in the face of ONIC, it's more so if they need to be able to go ahead and scale up. And a part of that is that Phoveus being tanky enough. They've got plenty of damage early on to be able to utilize this and wait for Owl to eventually come online here on this Claude here. But what I'm seeing from ONIC too, the way they approach the fights is just like we've seen so much times before. Kalea can set things up. If you don't have that, you actually have quite a bit of good, these like mini crowd controls that you can use with the Fury, the Phoenix, even Ryota when he has the Petrify available or that setup potential with the Furious Dive.
It's interesting to see the hero design of Oh, sorry, I'm blanking. Marcel, there you go.
Marcel.
Thank you. He's not really built like the archetype in-your-face type attack, but because of his kit, because of frame moment and tracking shot, he is encouraged to just go up right in front of whoever he's up against, try to get those immobilizers and crowd control up, and then make the most out of all of the crowd control abilities that you have.
And he can. We've seen it a couple of times. The only problem is Twisted Minds can never really truly say no. All they're doing is saying not yet to ONIC. What's the power spike we're looking for? Is it an owl? Is there another possible power spike?
I mean, with the presence of the Leomord, that's a given. I think they're also looking towards when the Eve will have enough damage that ONIC will really have to respect. Because so far it's been ONIC like initiating.
Yeah.
But then if they're not careful with their initiation and they get trapped in the mix-up of a well-timed, maybe one skill after the other, real-world manipulation, and then golden hour, setting all that up, or the other way around, then ONIC's dive-focused lineup is going to start feeling the counterpunch of the Twisted Mind playstyle. It's old-school Bonchan Eson.
Yeah, I think that's why for this last turtle of the game, you're going to see them set things up. Now, there's no Purify that was taken out earlier on for Koloy, so I don't think he's going to be able to jump in this one. So that's one thing that Brusco is doing. He knows that any Kalea player that going against this knows there's going to be 2 Purifies. They go.
Tsunami Slam on the 1. Black Dragon form.
Wow.
Golden Hour stopping Frizz and Brusco holding the tracks. Severo pushes the turret. And just like that, it's all Latsu. He finds King Kong. The beast has been slain. And the Super Fab will find retribution. Down goes Lansu. The Riot Army goes wild.
That was either unfortunate timing or the best timing because of the enhanced basic attack from Lansu's Phobias.
Yep.
Locked in on King Kong's Harley at the right time so that when he got the hat trick away, Lansu was already locked in and homed in on him like a missile.
Yeah, and also when that fight broke out, they're able to go ahead and capitalize on something. That's what Twisted Minds did really well, especially last season. Sometimes they might be losing that fight or that skirmish, but they're usually getting something else across the map. And you see that as they take that tier 1 down, keeps them from getting too out of hands when it terms of the gold lead. But it is going to be Severo that knocks down the tier 1 turret now down bot, and you can see the itemization coming into play. King Kong's now got a Divine Glaive with the Genius Wand. So he's going to work pretty good synergistically with Super Prince now at this portion of the game where they're just looking to burst someone down. If they can lock someone down, survive that golden hour setup, and then get one themselves, they get the advantage in terms of numbers.
Yeah, but on the other side, you also see the threat of what the Twisted Minds combo could potentially have. The ceiling is quite obvious. I didn't expect that they'd use that to actually stop the reinforcements coming in after the initial setup. That bought time, which led to King Kong going down. So, again, it's pretty much the same thing. ONIC just needs to be careful of their timing and dive because it's easy for Twisted Minds' composition to split them up at the worst possible time, then punish.
It seems like if we see it more often, it'll be confirmed, but they're using Golden Hour to reposition and reassess the battlefield. It's like, all right, Golden Hour now, you got 2 seconds. All right, this is where they are. Do that. And that's how they won that last engagement.
That's interesting, too. Lights, camera, action. He's 130th hero picked in the MPL Philippines. Yeah, Marcel, that's
Clemar.
Santos.
It's a magical camera with a person's soul in it.
Yeah. Dare I say, you could call Clemara a faceless void.
Yes.
Cameras don't have faces, you're right.
Yes, you're right. They don't. The Lord's got one. Lansu, though, he gets poked down a lot. Again, this is the amount of damage that even King Kong can do, so it's going to be a fight for the space around the Lord. Oh. Where's he going to go here?
I'm thinking, okay, so even if during the objective team fights, because of Traceless, Severo's positioning in the dance is as if he is a jungle himself. Maybe they're using him as a little bit of a bait tactic, wherein they see the YSS and then Traceless.
Koloy compromising Brusco's position in that river brush, and they re-engage. It's come to the point where the game is so tight that despite ONIC having a small advantage on the map and a 1K gold lead, Twisted Minds movements are just as lethal. Yeah.
This has all going well for ONIC, but at the same time, Twisted Minds have kept the game close. Al did suffer that one death, just a level behind Severo, so it's not a massive gap.
Yeah.
Less than 1,000 behind?
Less than 1,000. He's on the way to Trinity. Once that golden staff locks in, then it is going to start looking a little bit more different for ONIC.
About 1,000 and change, I take that back. He's just on his way to the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, so once he gets there, he's going to be in a good position to actually fight this. I think that's why Twisted is just kind of delaying this out if they can.
Yeah. We're also waiting for the third item of Sean because he went Bloodwing second. So typical Evo approach, he decided to go for sustainability, which makes a lot of sense because of the threat of the Harley of King Kong. Who, by the way, I like his positioning so far.
Kaloi took a little too much heat there.
Yeah.
Down on a third.
And that just goes to show how good the damage profile of ONIC is. Even up against the Roamer. I know he's not, again, a traditional tank, and he does build defensive items, but that hurts. And that is a telltale sign for Twisted Minds that they're gonna need to pull the trigger eventually. They cannot keep stretching this out.
Oh, King Kong, okay, he's going to check that out. That's one thing that's interesting about Marcel too, right? He doesn't get HP, basically, from the HP items.
No benefits.
No benefits from it. You saw him pick up a Guardian Helm. That's just going to help him heal back up at least when he does get poked down.
Putting himself in danger.
He kind of has to, though,
he'll
right?
Sit out for like 3 seconds. I can do. Go again.
Like this? Okay.
Go again. Even Brusco's getting tired of this. Like, stop! Come on, stop!
Oh, less than half health on this Lord.
All right, this is the dance. Lord gets reset.
Yeah, it gets reset. There's so much pressure from ONIC's lineup.
Whoa. Brusco pulls the trigger. Finds Sean. That's the golden hour, the reposition. Yes, the Fury of the Phoenix. Sean goes down. Black Dragon 4 from Ryota. That's the Mount Shocker from Severo. Does not get the finishing job, but MP finds Brusco. Severo falls, and now Ryota in the middle of 3. Make that 4. Kaloi still here. Ryota goes down. Ow gets him. Lansu got the deadly magic on him, but he's got a lot of HP. He's fine. Twisted Minds reposition to the Lord.
What a fight for Twisted Minds. I thought it was going to go way worse than it did for them. But ONIC wasn't able to win that fight, and now Lord goes to Twisted.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it earlier. If Twisted Minds are going to change their approach wherein once something has initiated, they will hold off. Maybe then they'll use the golden moment, hold a little bit, allow ONIC to go deep into the engage, and then that's when they pop their big abilities. You see it happen. Once ONIC decides to go for full dive, but Twisted Minds have it premeditated where we still have some ultimates, we still have some abilities to punish this dive, then we can turn it around. So Twisted Minds' long game con has worked out for them. Now it's ONIC in the back foot with a lineup that doesn't want to be playing from behind in terms of map control.
Yeah, it's interesting too because of the fact that like this is such a low kill game from especially what we saw in the previous series, but it's the technicalities that are coming through here with this composition. I mean, even in a sense, Golden out, freezing the Lord, keeping him there too, goes in for his charge, but that's part of the play here. Also notice that something that has to be dealt with if you are Twist and you're using that Golden Hour.
Yeah.
You saw from Super Prince the timing with the Fury of the Phoenix, that little bit of a stun that is there with the Fury of Phoenix can be timed well to deal at least with the Golden Hour in a way.
Yeah, and I like how Kaloi used the Golden Hour on that Lord because that actually meant that the dive will push through that charge. Because if he did not commit that, then ONIC would have taken down the Lord before the damage from the charge connected.
So there would have been a chunk of HP that the turret would have saved.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why he uses ultimate to make sure that the charge will eventually just go through.
These are mechanics that prior was not in the game before Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel has changed
He's
changed the game, literally.
It's been a great year for the French. Well, it's not really French, it's just the name.
He's English. Owl also just picked up his Wind of Nature, so he's going to have that defensiveness here for him. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. Bit of a stun there, but still, surprisingly, because of the way this lineup works for ONIC, once that was used up, you lose a lot of the firepower, and Severo going down. Lansu does a great job at sticking to the right targets here.
Yeah, and it was also the defensive Blazing Duet from Owl. So ONIC decided to go commit on that Claude. Once a Blazing Duet popped up, they were like, wait, this hurts more than it's supposed to be. Oh no, we're split up. Oh, Severo was left alone. Lansu was just eating up the back line. So ONIC need to watch their positioning, and they need to double down again on the idea that they built this lineup so Severo's comfortable across the map and during team fights.
My God. And the only way that they can stop Lansu is if they kill him. And he's building full defense. And his kit is procced by 4 heroes. Oh my God, Kaloi is about to get bursted down. I'm not sure that works that way, Kaloi, but you survived anyways.
He tried it.
Yeah, he tried it.
He can combat, and he but I think he tried the goal.
Like a winter crown.
All right. Well
Oh, that could be how it works.
Yeah. Just for some reason.
They're really... Because again, to just go for movies or even the Leomord is allowed. Yeah, let's say I would quick, but what happened?
Oh, Fury of the Phoenix, he purifies it. King Kong. Twisted Mind, and on it, they answer back. Down a go.
Up.
Him down, Bruce.
Renmar. Members of Twisted. Mark.
Even if Sean is still impressive, yes. Problems for ONIC in the
Down to a fifth of it.
Lance is carrying a an obelisk. Look at his item build, man.
Wait. Winner.
We're
Bloodthirsty King.
that is an item.
Oh, that's a hell of a throwback.
That is. All right. Rose gold. They'll have to deal with this Lord. Assuming we're going to see Kaloi potentially do. Oh, he's got it. But I don't think they need it. Yeah, he's just going to go for the full dive. They want to take this base turret. A bit further. Base turret. A bit further. They still have a wave up top that can potentially push in, but it looks like they're just going to go ahead and get that one base.
From each, they can't become. They need it's just that has two very built for fast, quick win.
Gentleman in the River and King Kong.
And reading of the map. The other members of ONIC has been stellar. Mines.
He's got my nod.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those things to get the favor. Ryota on the Xuzhong has to be able to go ahead and almost emulate. Now, Owl, like you mentioned in the draft too, he's got so much space to work with in a lot of these fights, and we've seen that, but I think it almost does come down to these.
And that's why I call it the trunch.
The trunch.
The image is the trunch.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused too.
Looking at the crowd right now, dude.
Yeah. The Tron show up, but it's the crown.
A little bit of a Frat Night Friday for us,
Yeah. So Twisted. I'm trying to think if this is gonna keep being so easy for them, because so far it is.
As long as ONIC doesn't pull anything that is different from the past half a dozen fights, then yeah, it's going to go to Twisted over and over again. That's what ONIC is doing now. That's why they're buying time, looking for a different angle of attack.
Yeah, I feel like they've been trying to find the angles, but it seems like almost every angle is
Covered by Lansu.
covered by Lansu. It's like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Lansu's just the guy. Okay, they're going to go ahead and keep them spotted out here. King Kong has been pretty happy with using that deadly magic, but it's just unfortunate because they can't really capitalize on the right target. Who is the right target? For a lot of times, it's been either Kaloy. He's taken that. Owl has been pretty safe, and he just picked up the Malefic Gun too, so he's got a little bit more range to work with. But this now evolved the Lord at this point. 21 minutes into this game, it's been such again a low kill game. You can see some items picked up here too. Severo now getting the DHS to go ahead and try to help deal with Lansu if he gets focused in on him. But this is a tough one. This is going to be a tough Lord to secure on for ONIC here.
Yeah, I just realized it's also really tough to go for the burn rush on the Lord if you're ONIC, because if Kaloy's nearby, it's just like, okay, golden hour. Hey, okay, golden hour. Hey guys, come over here. Setting it up for us. It ends up becoming a leash.
King Kong waiting patiently. Severo once again cosplaying the jungler here on this YSS. Lansu?
Deadly Magic's already committed. That's another one, 25 seconds. Possibly that King Kong will have to wait. In comes Kaloy, gets him out of there. No punish from King Kong. Again, it's off a cooldown. That's a third of the health left on the Lord. This dance is about to turn deadly. That's a soft reset.
Yeah, wait, Lansu flickered though. I wonder if ONIC are going to use that knowledge to try and take Lansu out immediately.
The ult's back up for King Kong. He's going to go for Kaloy.
Deadly Magic's again committed. But the Fury of the Phoenix. ONIC thinking about it. It's a full committal.
Wow.
ONIC used the threat of violence to stop Twisted Minds from contesting. Lord to the super fam.
That was brilliant. They did use the knowledge of Lansu burning his flicker because they knew that that's going to immediately change how Twisted Minds want to go for the dance. He's going to be a little bit more careful, drag it out a little bit further, and yes, the Purify from Owl also got forced out.
That's the Fury, baby.
It's a chess game, man. And that's exactly what that whole Lord dance was. Again, a Lord that was evolved, plus that 20-minute mark here for this. So a very hard-fought win. And it's funny because when you break that down, a whole lot didn't seem to happen, but a whole lot really did when it came down to the timings, be able to get some of those battle spells down, and then now work towards having this advantage of pushing in with the Lord here. And so with this evolved Lord coming towards the base of Twisted, and this kind of lineup that ONIC has, we'll see if they can push down some of these base turrets.
10 kills, 6 on Twisted, 4 on ONIC, 23 minutes. I wonder if Severo's going like, guys, what is this?
This is not what I heard.
Is this how the food is played? Wow.
Fury of the Phoenix starting it up for ONIC, plus a Mount Shocker. And that's enough. I think ONIC are happy with going evens with Twisted Minds. They both have lost a side lane inhibitor.
I think they're still potentially going to get this mid turret here.
Do they want more? Nako says ONIC, Black Dragon Storm, by Ryota. They don't have enough waves. Golden Hour used to stop ONIC's forward momentum. Bottom lane almost gave in, but turret. Twisted Minds keep it up.
So nearly getting the 2 base turrets too.
King Kong! He gets it! Plus the space
it's Cloud
escape.
Oh no!
Here it comes! Flying Clouds, an unfortunate pause.
Double checking it out. Seems like, yes, based on the information that we can see on the stage, it is the side of ONIC Philippines that did call the pause, and our marshals are currently assisting Super Friends.
How's about that for a golden hour?
Yeah.
Well, when we get back, we are going to be seeing Ryota going down.
Yeah, he's definitely
about dead.
I will say this, not worth it, man. It's Flying Clouds. They should respect the respawn and them to just chase. I know they wanted to get the tower, but dude, that's 1 tickle of a basic attack away, 2 even. Why did you need to commit?
And if you look back at the competitive history of Coach Eson and Coach Bonchan, this is their specialty. Even before Flying Clouds, under Blacks International, they would relish in base defenses and then wipe out their opponents.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, which is why I'm just like, what was that?
I don't know if they'll get more than just Ryota off that.
Yeah,
because
there might be more.
King Kong should have been able to get away.
Yeah, he has the hat trick dash out. He still has a bit of movement speed to get away, so he should be safe. I think it's Ryota. I just didn't see right before we went to the pause if there were members of ONIC in the mid lane close enough to help Ryota or maybe even punish Twisted Minds for chasing down the Yuzhong.
That's one thing that I'm wondering too, because, all right, and if they don't, if it's just Ryota going down, then they got 2 base turrets down, and mid is like 1 HP. of the base turret for Twisted, but I think what we end up seeing is just once again, a Lord dance. Like, this is the most Lord dancing that we have seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like, with these kind of compositions.
Is it the effect of the M7 World Championship on Team Liquid and Aurora that their first match went like that? And now that when we go back to two teams that weren't part of the M7 World Championship, it's like, yep, welcome back to the Philippines.
This is how we play.
This is how we play. It's a lot of macro. It's a lot of slow pace, really trying to count your advantages, count your skills in every single moment. It's crazy that we got to see, so far, two very different ways of how the game is played here in the Home of Champions.
Van Clayton must be like, something's got to give. I want to fight.
Yeah. Van Clayton.
All right, Scent is not given the chop just yet.
Yeah.
I want to say he's posted up.
Are we going to get the chop?
And
No, we're going back. All right, let's see what happened. So, oh, wait.
Oh,
Ryota
Ryota got away.
survived?
He got away.
He actually got away.
he got away with it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Still 10 kills, gentlemen.
Still worked out for them. I overreacted. I really thought Ryota was going to go
I
down.
thought he was going to die,
And
too.
he even saved his immortality.
Yeah.
What a guy. He almost got petrified here in just a second. Lord is going to be up here in just a bit, too. So, like I was saying, this is going to be one of those things. And I don't know, maybe there's a threat. There's not much of a threat they can even do playing the map when the Lord comes up here because that bottom side is down, unless, you know, usually we see some potential for a split push, but
King is trying, look.
yeah, this might be a little bit too difficult to pull
Whoa,
off,
whoa,
though.
whoa.
Yeah. That bottom lane minion wave is going to be a problem for ONIC. No Twisted Minds is going to be
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
leveraging
He's just
that.
where's he? He's swinging around
Look
here.
at the cut by King. He knows that he's unpunishable in this position. Purple still standing. MP does not secure. Where'd it go?
Where is the purple though?
Oh no, it was left frozen by ONIC.
Oh, they only left the...
They left the baby.
They left the baby.
So he's going to go ahead and take the orange, but the fight?
Big dudes, down goes Navarro. And now a response coming in from Ryota. Black Dragon 4 trying to stop Twisted Minds. Brusco very low. MP the King trying to stop him. Pops
no,
that
King from the back.
immortality. King Kong looking for him. Down goes Brusco. 3v5. Lanzu catches a face full of deadly magic.
Regen.
He's fine here. Gets that winner crown. Freezes, bro. And he's fine. ONIC trying to take down Sean. Golden hour.
Wow.
He's okay. Kaloy catches the heat. And with that, Twisted Minds back to business. Trying to secure
They
the
get the Lord.
King Kong, a little too far, and the retribution is good. MP secures.
Punish!
Owl, defensive blazing duet. Twisted Minds recover.
No!
There goes Owl. Super Prince flickers forward.
This is going to keep going on. The Lord's going to spawn, but Owl is gone for more than a minute. By the time the Lord gets to the base of ONIC, Brusco and Severo will be back.
Oh, the Lord just spawned. I thought we missed a 15-second window.
Oh,
If
man.
it spawned at 45, it would have been better.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, but this game, I mean, almost the 27-minute mark, and it's like, you know, you saw King Kong over there on that side of the jungle going for the orange and everything else, but the team got forced into a fight. So we're going to have some swapping of items going on here, it looks like, too. Potions also coming into play.
Oh.
And this is going to be a beefy Lord to deal with. I'm really wondering how ONIC's going to be able to go on the defense here. They might force something actually before the Lord even gets its way up to that base.
Yeah, their damage is going to suffer because they have to commit a good chunk of it to taking care of the Lord. And that means Twisted Minds can come in and deal damage back with not much of a response.
That's why they have to deal with it here. Knowing that Owl's not part of the picture, but Twisted, what do they want to do? Do they choose a fight or just delay? Look at those hits on Severo from the Lord alone.
MP!
MP should be fine, gets his immortality pop. So the Butterbiel did give him a little extra magic defense, but not enough.
Man, seeing the pros play it, Marcel is really annoying. He just keeps walking up to you. You can't help but just get snapshotted. That momentary freeze is more than enough for another team to decide real quick whether they're going to jump on you or not.
That bought enough time, though. ONIC was able to go ahead and do enough to take care of this Lord. Again, a massive charged up Lord to almost the 28-minute mark at this point. And I think, again, it all comes down to the Lord dances, unless somehow there's a big pickoff to come into play here. But I don't know if that's really going to happen with ONIC as they try to defend this mid.
Conceal by Kaloy, plus the Golden Hour, stopping the Black Dragon form, throwing it in, Tsunami Slam, no one home, the turret left at a fifth of its health, down goes Lansu, Blazing Duet takes down Brusco, and the turret up top goes down.
Oh, what a grab.
Freezes, Effie the King gets caught, down, Severo might go ham here, and the rest of Twisted Minds get on out of there. 3 go down from Twisted, 2 for ONIC.
A big play for Severo and ONIC Philippines.
The Mountain Shocker was actually alley-ooped by the Golden Hour with everyone frozen. That actually looked like a great defensive tool, but Severo didn't caught. He waited for the right moment to throw out that stun, and it landed perfectly. It was difficult for him to find the right position, but eventually he was able to get killed. Timing of the real-world manipulation.
Phoenix almost caught Kaloy. Will use the Guardian Helm to it. Mount Shocker.
I think Twisted have to just
King Kong event.
turtle ship. What a game. The turtle ship. Stool. Turtle ship. Stool.
Angles on this Harley.
I don't know if they have the... Is that since... I'll try to...
Ansu trying to front is him thinking, oh, what the majority of the game has gone for me, I cannot do consistently anymore. He 30
I didn't feel it by that.
little bits of interaction.
Being the the evolved. Have the tools. We'll see if they're able to. This is such a unique comp.
A lot of us know just yet that why percent, but thanks.
Thank you, Sent. We're going to be jumping back into this.
Yeah.
All right, so Lord hasn't spawned just yet over on the side for ONIC to make work with.
Just to help fill in with a little bit more context and information, the Marshals are currently closely monitoring Super Prince, as it is on his side of the table where it seems like a little bit of the issues are popping up, but they are close by, immediately ready to help him out in case if needed.
Yeah, Super Prince is also going to be a big part of this. I mean, he has this whole game so far, almost the 30 minutes of it. Fury the Phoenix really helps deal with that golden hour like we talked about, but even so, just the amount of poke and damage he's able to go ahead and provide. So this is going to be a quick mid-turret falling here. Look at the poke coming through already. Lord's going to be stopped in his tracks. He's going to force a fight though.
Real-world revelation coming in, forcing King Kong out of here. Space escape out. He's healing up, he's trying. Down goes Lansu. Severo disintegrates that Mobius, and the Lord is swinging away. Twisted Mind is in no shape to fight. And Owl is very low. The base is at half health. Down goes one more. Popping his immortalities, and ONIC Philippines take game 1.
The first import in MPL PH history